What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be talking about Squid Games, the third season. Now, I was not a fan of the third season, and let me tell you why. I was not a fan for multiple reasons, and I guess I'll let you know why I wasn't a fan, and I've got some characters that I would like to talk about that I didn't like. So there's that. Okay. What I didn't like about season three was, first of all, the main character. What are we doing? Him killing his friend, um, 388. That made no sense to me. It made no sense to me. Like I understand that like he didn't get the ammunition that they wanted, but that like that's understandable. Some people can panic during those moments, but also like blaming the whole thing on him is kind of crazy. Um it just that didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Also like because the character 388, because he didn't bring the ammunition back to like the gang that were fighting the guys in the pink suits, because he didn't do that, 120 came back. He was able to like stay alive. He was able to help 222 with like his baby in like the next episode. So he didn't get the ammunition, but like honestly, I felt like that was kind of a losing battle. So that's why I kind of did not like 456. When he first gets in season two, he's trying to save as many people. He's trying to keep as much people alive, and then him just completely just like shutting that down. Like I don't know, I feel that was out of character, and so that's why. Now let's talk about 333. This man's an absolute idiot, the worst dad ever. Like I feel like in that last game when they have all those people and they need to like jump from one platform to the next, they need someone to die at each platform, and he just starts like straight up just annihilating everyone. I thought that was so stupid, and it made everything so predictable at the end. Like once I saw him like just start slaughtering everybody, I knew 456 was gonna have to like essentially unalive himself, and he was gonna essentially die for the baby. And that gets me to my next point, the baby. That made no sense. Having the baby in the games actually made no sense. Um, when you watch the first season, every player has to consent to be in the game, and so the baby can't consent to be in the game, but somehow he's in the game. And let alone he obviously can't play the games, but when they're voting for people to they're voting on whether they should stay in the games and whether not to stay in the games, and the baby is obviously unable to make the vote to stay in, and they're like, well, we're gonna disregard this vote because the baby wasn't able to vote for whether we keep playing the games or not. And I was like, if he can't vote, how can he consent to him being in his game? Does that make any sense to you? Like that went against like everything they already like made beforehand, and that just like one, it just was kind of stupid, and it was just plainly stupid. And now we move on to the mom of the baby. I'm just ranting, really. I'm just ranting. Yo, when she unalived herself, hey, you can jump rope with one leg. You can jump rope with one leg. You can jump over stuff with one leg. Okay, I'm on one leg right now, but watch me jump. Bro, she didn't even try to do that. Like, yes, I understand you have one leg. I understand you have one leg, but at least try. You have a child, 222, player 222. You have a child, right? You have a child. Why can't you just at least try and jump with one leg? I know eventually, like, get to a point at the halfway mark where there's like a split, and then she probably died there. But I would have liked her to at least like try and jump. Just try it for your kid. Instead, she just jumps off the cliff and just unalives herself. Like I thought that was ridiculous, and that was so stupid. I would at least tried. Jump on that one leg. Jump. You know what I'm saying? Jump. Let's talk about player one. This guy obviously I didn't mind, but I would have thought that they would have showed him interacting with player 456, the main character, a little bit more. Like there's a scene where he gives the knife. He gives player 456 the knife, and he tells him to go unalive the rest of the players. And the whole premise of 456 was to get to this guy, was to get to player one, or get to um the main person of this Squid Game and stop it. And I felt like he could have done that. Like I felt like there should have been more interaction between the two there, and that would have been, I don't know, that should have been done a little bit better. Let's talk about the detective. Bro, his whole plot was just garbage. The entire time he was trying to find this island, and he gets to the island, and he's there for 30 seconds maybe. Bro did the whole Simpson meme thing. Bro went in and out. That's what he did. He went on the island, then went right back into his boat and left. Like that was I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all. Respectfully, I did not. I thought it was so stupid. We spent like the whole most of the plot talking about this guy. We spent a good chunk of this show just watching this detective to get to the island to meet his brother, and all he does is he just sees his brother going down like an escalator elevator thing, and then the island's about to blow up and he literally leaves. Like that was so stupid. There was one character that I liked. There was two characters I actually really liked. There was this nervous dude who he becomes a drug addict. There was a point where he like fights one of the bullies, and I just didn't like how they just made him into a druggie. Like they made him overcome his shyness by him becoming a druggie, and I did not like that. And I would have liked for him to. There was a point where he essentially helps unalive one of the bullies that has been attacking him, and he has the pill in his hand that he's been like taking. And I would have wished that he would have like thrown that pill away and just like realize that he doesn't need to have those pills in order for him to be confident. And I would have liked to have seen that, but instead he just becomes a druggie, and it's like they basically brought this character in and they brought him all the way to the final just for him to just be a druggie, just for him to be a druggie. I would have liked for him to like switched and and it would have made that closure that he had with um there's one girl that he was like interested in. It would have made that like, I don't know, more of a happy ending than what we got. All we got is just him being druggy and just like falling off, and that's how he unalived himself. And yeah, so overall, I thought that this was not the best season at all, because I mean, player 456 was not even, I didn't think he was that good of a character. And that also made like his sacrifice at the end, like him dying. I don't know. I was just like, okay. Like I knew that was gonna happen. Once you put a baby into the games, like you kind of know that the baby's gonna win. He has to win. The baby has to win. I don't know. That mom just unaliving herself for, instead of trying to jump over those hurdles. I would have at least, dude, at least try to get to the other side for your kid. You have a kid that you gotta protect, and you just, oh, I can't do it. I'm just gonna, you just dive. Like that was. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, peace.